I obtained my CompTIA Security Plus certification within 90 days as a beginner, and you can too. I'm going to be sharing 5 tips and tricks that I use to pass so you can pass the certification on your first try. If you don't know me, my name is Elijah Rhodes, where we talk about all things tech. So let's just get right into it. I won't deep dive too much into the certification itself, but we all know that the CompTIA Security Plus certification is a foundational cybersecurity certification. This is a certification that covers a plethora of subjects, so you're going to have a lot to cover and a lot to learn. You need time to learn all these things. My first tip is consistency. Honestly, if you're not going to be consistent, don't even attempt to try this certification. But if you're willing to be consistent, then I know you'll be able to pass. And consistency as in you're going to need to dedicate at least an hour or two a day when studying for this exam. I know I did when I studied for it, and it took me about 3 months to do so. So I did it within 90 days. And since the Security Plus certification covers so many subjects, you're really going to need to allow yourself time to actually learn these subjects and be able to remember them and recall them. My second tip is using multiple resources. When I was studying for the Security Plus exam, I actually studied for it as a part of my curriculum in college. So I was lucky enough to have some resources, but I did use other resources like the Professor Messer video series. It's a really good series. I highly recommend it if you're studying for this exam. But I would use a couple of resources, but what I won't do, and this is my disclaimer, that don't try to use too many resources, because if you try to use too many resources, you get in this type of dilemma where you get analysis paralysis, where you have so many things to look at and to try to study, but because you have so many things to try to study for, you end up not doing anything, and that's really not what we want. So I would suggest maybe 2 to 3 resources maximum to get the most results out of it that you really need. On to my third tip, and that is, you know how you learn best. So even though I did pass and get my Security Plus certification, you may not like my same approach. And the only thing I can say is, you know you best, right? So if you need to make flashcards, do that. If you need something physical like the official CompTIA Security Plus guide, go ahead and order that and make flashcards and highlight the things that you need. Anything that'll be able to help you retain the information to pass the exam, I'm all for. So tip number 4 is simulating the exam as best as you can. So like I said earlier, I actually had studying material for the exam due to my college course. So I was lucky in that aspect. But if you're in my shoes and you are taking a course to actually pass the exam, then I would say test. Make sure that before you even take the exam that you're getting 80s or 90%. And for the wrong ones, for the wrong questions, make sure you're actually going back and reviewing the chapter, making sure that you know why that you got something wrong. Because maybe one service is similar to another service, or maybe you just simply read the question wrong, and breaking down the question is actually what you need to study, right? So all that takes time, which is the reason why I had to pass my exam in 90 days. If you're not in my shoes and you actually don't have a course that you can practice on, there are plenty of free resources like the Professor Messer videos where you can take practice exams on. You can find any other alternatives to take practice exams, or get the book, the CompTIA official guidebook to take practice exams. Literally use anything at your disposal. If you're doing for free, you got to be more resourceful to try to get things done that we need. My 5th tip is actually saving the performance-based questions for last. So this is actually exam specific. Now, why would you save the performance-based questions for last. Well, these can be a major time waster. And as you already know, this exam is time. So you're going to need as much time as you can, and you really don't know what you're going to be thrown at. So you're going to need as much time as you can to take the rest of the exam. So what I did, I skipped all the performance-based questions first, and then I took the rest of the exam, which allowed me more time to dedicate to those performance-based questions and enabled me to really think them out, because the ones that I received were a bit tough, and you're really going to need the time. All right, on to my bonus tip. When you pass your Security Plus exam, you're going to be flooded with job offers. I know. I wish I meant that too. But in all seriousness though, sadly, just obtaining this certification isn't enough to actually get a whole bunch of job offers, especially within this current job market at this time. We're actually going to have to do a little bit more work and actually apply what we've learned. And we do this by actually doing projects, right? Getting your hands dirty with those tools and with those services that we studied so long for. There are many foundational projects that you'll be able to sink your teeth into. So if you want to be able to challenge yourself, try the project I did after I attained my certification. The link will be in the description so you can see exactly what I did after I attained my CompTIA Security Plus certification. Okay, there you have it. These are my killer tips and tricks that I use to pass my exam, and if you use them, I know you'll be able to pass them too. Number one was consistency, using multiple resources, knowing your learning style, practice exams, and lastly, the performance-based question. If you want to take that extra step, do that project I did in my last video. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, and please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're actually studying for your Security Plus exam right now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.